What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. In today's NBA, often the game is decided on who guards the perimeter better. In this age of the three-point shot, we want to break it down even simpler: who shoots better from outside, who guards the perimeter better, or who makes their open perimeter shots. Um, Boston has thrived this season off of the perimeter shot. Once they got their shit together as a team, you know, on the nights when they shoot amazingly well from outside, they win in the blowouts. Even in games where they're not shooting very well, their defense will keep them in the game to the point where they have a chance to win. I'm finally beginning to just concede to the fact that, maybe Boston is a better team than we've been giving them credit, man. I gotta be honest. They're a better team than maybe we've been giving them credit. Um, maybe. But back in the day, these games were won primarily due to the battle in the trenches, rebounding, post play, which big man outplayed the other. Um, but that's no longer the case. Rebounding was a stalemate between the two teams. Um, this game was won on the perimeter. When you look at the fact that Miami only connected 10 of 34 from downtown, I believe that's less than 30%. So that's 30 points that came from outside. Then you look at the fact that Boston went 20 of 40, exactly 50% from downtown. That's amazing. That's 60 points coming from the perimeter. So Boston outscored Miami 60 to 30. That's a 30-point differential. They won by 25, I believe. So 127 to 102, I believe, was the final score. Let me make sure of that. So the game was pretty much won on the perimeter. We had 127 to 102. The series is tied at 1-1. And now the scene shifts to Boston. And many Boston fans were saying, hey, if we had Al Horford, hey, if we had Marcus Smart with a one-game one, well, there's now evidence to support that, you know. Um, Miami just couldn't get anything going offensively outside of Jimmy Buckets, man. He had 27 points, but 11 of 18 shooting. 29 points, excuse me. 11 of 18 shooting. But they just couldn't get anything really going offensively. PJ Tucker went out with a apparent injury in this game as well. Hopefully that's it's not too serious. Tyler Hero had 11 points, but that's well below his average. Oladipo had 14, but only shot 2 of 8 from the floor. Duncan Robinson, who had a magnificent game one in the playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks, has been pretty much non-existent since then and has fallen out of rotation. In 14 minutes of play, 6 points, 0 for 4 from three-point range. Bam Adebayo, only 6 points in 29 minutes. They just couldn't get anything going, man. You know, initially it looked like Miami was going to win. They were on their way to a competitive but gutsy win, but the energy for Miami just didn't match Boston. And Boston went on a magnificent run in the first quarter, like with 4 minutes to go or something like that. It was something like 21 to 14 Miami. And then Boston went on a ridiculous 17 to nothing run. They were up 31-24, 31-21, excuse me, before I think Jimmy Butler hit a three to make it 31-24. But after that, Boston just slowly built a consistent 20 to 25 point lead. And whenever Miami would try to make a comeback, Boston some key shots. and their defense would keep Miami at bay. Miami just couldn't really get anything going as a team, man. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm gonna tell you another guy who's not getting any credit, and it's pissing me off yet again. Ume Udoka. Okay, like I said before, when Brad Stevens was the head coach, all you heard was Brad Stevens, Brad Stevens, Brad Stevens. Now all of a sudden, Ume Udoka has these guys 3 games away, 3 wins away from the NBA Finals, and he's not getting the credit he deserves. That pisses me off, man. You know what I'm saying? Give the brother more credit than that mainstream media. But it's up to Miami now. Now, Miami is more than capable of winning at Boston. Can they rise to the occasion? And by the way, I see signs of another media flip flop. And I'll talk about that in my next video.